Essay competition. Ria has just come back from school after a long day full of action and excitement. The result of the essay competition held last Friday was out, and she had won the first prize. All the students as well as the teachers congratulated her, and her principal ma'am told her that she'd get Ria's name entered for a national level competition if her parents agreed. This encouraged Ria a lot, and she came back home, almost running, to tell her mother all about it.
Ma, you know what? My essay on water pollution has been judged as the best entry and has fetched me the first prize.
Oh, how wonderful! Congratulations! Please read it out to me as I make the dinner for us all.
I sure will.
Though extremely weary, Ria goes to her study table and takes out the essay from her school bag, which she had dumped on it as she had entered, and begins to read it aloud. Water pollution, a slow but steady killer. What is water pollution? It is the contamination of streams, lakes, other water bodies, and even the underground water by harmful agents which can cause damage to all living beings. As water is essential to life on Earth, it is a phenomenon to be avoided at all cost. All kinds of organisms are found in water as it supports life. But what gives life can take it as well. Yes, water pollution is a great threat to human civilization today. The major water pollutants can be classified into 3 categories: physical, biological, and chemical. The most harmful of these 3 is the chemical pollution. Chemicals, made use of to kill harmful insects and germs, pollute the water bodies when they flow into them. This in turn harms human beings and animals who use it. Widespread use of pesticides for agricultural purposes at times leads to the pollution of the drinking water. Nitrates, a pollutant present in fertilizer effusion, can cause serious damage to the babies in the form of anemia. What actually is fertilizer effusion? Can you please explain? This is water only, but carrying dangerous, damaging chemicals which flow to the water bodies from agricultural fields. It is indeed quite a frightening information. We will all have to be very careful about such alarming risks.
This is not all. There is much more to come.
She carries on reading. Heavy metals such as copper, lead, mercury, etc. enter water from several sources like automobile exhaust, industries, mines, and natural soil. When these harmful elements reach high levels in the body, they bring in long-term health problems. For example, cadmium, used in fertilizers, can be absorbed by crops. Cadmium? What is that now?
Oh, it's a silvery white metallic chemical element which is harmful for health. In fact, what happens when people consume a lot of food, products made from crops grown with the use of such fertilizers, is that they can become critically ill. They can suffer from diarrhea, liver, and even kidney damage. The effect is more dangerous on children who are exposed to lead in water. They can be seriously affected and become mentally retarded. How very damaging! This is not all. There's still more. Added to this, many harmful organisms are found in drinking water. Water is often drawn from rivers, streams, and lakes to be used as a coolant in power plants and such other factories. Then this water, after being used, is returned to the main source. This definitely contaminates the water and causes fish and other water life to die near the source of discharge. This is not all. Water pollution is also caused by deforestation because trees and plants purify the air by breathing in the carbon dioxide, the chief source of pollution.
From where did you collect so much information, Ria? Did anybody help you?
Nobody helped me. I collected the material myself from newspapers, magazines, and the internet.
But what is the way out? How do we save ourselves?
I've not reached the end of the essay yet. However, since you are asking, let me come to the point now. In the city areas, the urban people must make conscious effort to control pollutions of all kinds. They must initiate a goal to stop the discharge of all pollutants into surface water. Municipal sewage must be cleaned from time to time. Strict laws should be implemented to compel the industries to treat their waste before discharging it to water bodies. Householders should be urged to use pesticides of all kinds sparingly. This can, to some extent at least, reduce the contamination. In the villages too, some measures to reduce the agricultural wastes, volume-wise, should be taken. And as a general measure, all drinking water should be filtered or boiled before being used to make it free from bacteria.
Well, Ria, I'm proud of you, my girl. Now, as you drink tea, take a well-earned break.
Thanks, Ma. Don't you think it's our duty to make people aware of the hazards of water pollution so that they themselves take measures against it without waiting for the government or other agencies to do it?
Yes, we should. And you've made a good beginning.